Welcome everyone to another Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga Q&A number 6 today. Welcome Jack, Star Wars Productions, Hexion, Force Lord, Aussie Wield, Kingston, Aiden, Eski, Tyler, Cowboy, Dark Jedi. How are you doing everyone? So I know I completed the Clone Wars last week and I said that we'd move on to Force Awakens for the background footage this week. However, I've still got, if we look, 4 secret achievements, which I've been trying to use Google to work out which of the 4 I'm missing. So there's 4 secret ones that I'm not sure what they are. So I need to try and get these today. And then also, I kind of just want to play this as the background footage anyway, because it's my favourite LEGO game. I get so much enjoyment from just doing the missions over and over again. So we'll start off with a few missions, then we may go achievement hunting. But welcome Cowboy Max, welcome Dark Jedi, welcome Marion, Average Teenage Flexer, Hexagon, Matthew, Jet. Mike is off? Really? Mike isn't off again. No. You're the only person who said it. I was going to say it's not, thankfully. Imagine. Second time in a row. But yeah, let's... What mission? What mission? I just love this game so much. It's like my favourite LEGO game. I think I do prefer it to the complete saga. We may do some Legacy of Terror or... Where's Jedi Crash? Or the one after Jedi Crash? Defenders of Peace. I think I'm in the mood for a bit of Defenders of Peace, to be honest, as... Who do we... I've got everyone now. Who do we go with? Should we do a bit of... I think people wanted me to use Starkiller last stream, so we're going to do a bit of Starkiller. Hello, Arnhem. Mr. Bobby, welcome. Jude, hello. It doesn't give me the option to see my secret achievements, but I can probably just try and work out which ones I need and which ones I haven't got yet. And then I can officially move on to the Force Awakens game, which will be fun. But Q&A as always. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Like and subscribe, guys, if you're new. It's been a bit of a quieter week this week for Lego Star Wars news. Obviously, the news video wasn't like too jam-packed, which I'm sure a lot of you would have noticed. Just because after that like main bulk of news we got, there wasn't really much else to go over, to be honest. Like, everything is all the big stuff now from Gamescom, so like the trailer, the official images that they always bring out afterwards, and even like the deluxe edition news, which the unfortunate news I covered on Friday about that amazing case being a North America exclusive. That's really a letdown, but we've pretty much got everything that's going to come from there. And I would suspect, I'm just going to say quickly, I would suspect a much quieter year now. Once again, I don't need to give the whole I get everything right predictions, because I'm not saying I get everything right, but judging off how accurate I've been so far with my predictions, I am going to say that we've pretty much got everything I'd be expecting at this point for 2020. And the real marketing is probably going to pick up February, March next year. We're getting a few clips on their social medias, which are good though. But anyway, let's go with the questions. Demon, first of all, do you think they will add some unseen characters? So, by unseen, how specific are we being with unseen? And then I'll try and answer that one. Am I sure this is Skywalker Saga? This is Clone Wars that I'm playing now, but we're doing the Skywalker Saga Q&A, which I always like to play my favourite LEGO game in the background of. But I promise we'll move on to Force Awakens next week, I promise you. Do I think we'll see Quinlan Voss? Yeah, I do. I think, once again, I think Yaddle, I say this every week, but I think Yaddle confirms so much for this game because of how minor she is. And, look, I think there's a lot of people that like Yaddle, a lot of people that find her funny because she's like just there for one episode and she's like a female Yoda and everything. But I don't think Yaddle is like a universal meme that every Star Wars fan knows by any means. It's not like a hello there General Kenobi kind of thing. So the fact that they've added her into this game already opens up so many possibilities for the next one. The new videos. I know the new video is a bit of a controversial one. I was expecting nothing less. I am the same man. Let's be real here. I am the same man that predicted the game was going to be delayed several times, like months ago, and I triggered everyone as far as I've been made aware. But look, I thought it was a fun video today. I knew it wasn't going to go down too well with most people, but a few mistakes in that trailer. I'm sure they'll be fixed for when the game comes out. Unseen Jedi such as Darth... I don't think Darth Bane was a Jedi, but in terms of unseen characters, so we're talking like in terms of canon, like maybe Darth Revan, like the Sith, so like Darth Revan, Darth Bane. I don't know where their license falls, because an important thing to remember here is, if I press pause, yeah, you can see it, look, he's called Vader's apprentice. Now, I don't believe they have the rights to call him Starkiller. It gets complicated with different games having different rights. So, if they were to add, like, Starkiller is a pretty easy one to name, like just call him Vader's apprentice, but pretty much he could be anyone looking at him. He's just like a white Lego character with black hair. But when you're taking like Revan, you've got to use the mask and everything, and if they don't have the rights to show that stuff, then it might not work out. So I don't know if they don't include Revan, they're not going to include Bane. So I wouldn't get... I'm going to say no. I don't think logically they're going to include characters like that in the game. But obviously, we'll see. But Force Unleashed is coming back. Hopefully this week, actually. I'm going to do some Force Unleashed. I got a bit more free time. It was just got so busy with like all the Lego stuff, but this week. Is this the new meme now I've started with my video today? The clone's not being coloured incorrectly. I think it's funny, personally. Like, obviously it's going to be fixed, guys. I made it sound a bit more dramatic in the video for dramatic effect. Well, I know it's going to be fixed. I'm not stupid. Do they have the rights to Darth Bane? I'm not sure they do. I know there was Lego Old Republic sets back in the day, but I don't think Bane was ever part of that, was he? I don't think Revan was ever in those sets either. Revan does have his own Lego minifigure, I know, because I have it. It was like an exclusive back in the day on May 4th, I managed to get one. Do you think we'll get a Clone Wars DLC? So there's two ways they could go about this, because we've got 6 character packs confirmed, and 2 of them... in one of the leaks, the same leak as the menu screen, there was 8 DLCs. So, if you go off that, we're essentially missing 2. However, that might not be 100% accurate. However, they... Obviously, like, once again, the Lego sets are confirming Ahsoka in the game. I know a few people watched the video and said that a Lego set with Ahsoka in it, with a Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga sticker, doesn't 100% confirm her. And to that, I would say that would be false advertising if it didn't. But there's 2 ways they could go about it, so obviously there may be 2 more DLCs that we just don't yet know about, or DLCs that aren't included in the Deluxe Edition. They could go that route. But also, they could just go the route of putting them in at launch for mini-kits, which I think they're going to... With characters like Ahsoka and Ventress, especially Ahsoka, because Ahsoka is at the point now where she's as beloved as some of the main characters from the movies, so I think that they're just going to include her at launch. Only one version of her. I think they'll make you pay for like different skins and stuff. Like if she is in The Mandalorian, she'll probably be in that character pack, but I wouldn't think you'd only get Mandalorian Ahsoka. Foxa Productions, welcome. Am I going to play as the Holiday Gonk Droid, says Matthew? Absolutely. That's just, it's what we dream of, isn't it? Playing as a Holiday Gonk Droid. General Grievous, thank you for the 5 credits. Welcome, Fierce. Hello, Harvey. What's up? Right, next question, guys. Next question. Do you think... I read that one. Where are my questions? I'm going to have to scroll up, because I forget there's like a conversation in the chat as well that takes place. Do you think they'll add characters from Star Wars spin-offs? Solo and Rogue One are confirmed to be getting character packs, so let me just confirm the character packs for those of you that are unaware. The 6 character packs you get with the Deluxe Edition are the Mandalorian Pack 1 and Mandalorian Pack 2. I think it's ridiculous it's getting 2 packs and the Clone Wars isn't getting 1, but that's happening. Then Rogue One, Solo, a Star Wars story. The classic characters, which is going to be versions of probably the most iconic characters from the complete saga. And finally, The Bad Batch, which is the new show coming to Disney Plus about the Bad Batch that everyone seems to love from Clone Wars, and I'm not, as the big Clone Wars fan I am, I wasn't really a fan of the Bad Batch. We won't turn this into let's bash the Bad Batch stream or anything like that, but I think they were very generic and they weren't really for me. Characters I want in the solo character pack. So I did double check, and the character packs in Force Awakens were 8 characters each, and I'm 90% sure, especially with them doing 2 Mandalorian character packs, because I couldn't really name more than 8 prominent characters that are worthy of getting an actual character in the game from the Mandalorian Season 1. So I'm highly confident the character packs will all feature 8 characters. And if we're to go off solo, which was the question, Jet, then I am going to say Han, Chewie, Kira, Lando, Val, Rio, Beckett, and you see, you could go like, there's a few I'm missing. You could go Memphis, or you could go Maul. And I don't know which one I'd pick there. I don't know which one they'd pick. Now, admittedly, they may miss characters like Val and Rio, because they weren't in it for that long. But then again, I don't know if they'd include Maul. I want them to include Maul. Like, I'd take Maul as the 8th character any day of the week. But I don't know if they would go that route. I really want it to happen. L3 as well. There's L3. Solo's a difficult one. Now, once again, they might be more than 8 characters. I think definite ones are Han, Chewie, Lando, Kira, and Beckett, I would say. I'd say like those 5, 100%. But then you go to the others, like L3. I think L3 probably has a higher chance than like Val or Rio. But Rio would be, because like, for example, like Val, Beckett, Kira, Lando, Han, all of them. I mean, Han and Lando kind of have to be there. But the rest are kind of just normal blaster characters. Rio's got 4 arms. He's going to be like Grievous Point 2. Imagine if they use the same animations. Memphis as well. If they were to add her, she uses the staff, doesn't she? So, in terms of uniqueness, I would say Memphis, Rio, and for just to make it the pack, I would say put Maul in there. But it's difficult. The easiest one to do, another one that makes me sure we're going to get 8, is the Bad Batch, because we know there's 6 members of the no wait, there's 5 members if you include Echo. So that leaves you 3 slots. And I would guess, like, because I think Wolf and Gregor are going to be in the Bad Batch, so I think they'd be the other 2, and then there's probably going to be like a villain that they'll put in there. So I think that also backs up. If you look at the type of shows they're going for, I think it backs up the point that they're going for 8 characters. But we'll just have to wait and obviously see. Welcome, Felipe. Sorry if I missed you. Mr. Maestro, welcome. Clayton, welcome. Do you think everyone will have the standard 4 hearts or health will be unique? We covered the leak last week that they're going with the heart layout from the latest Lego Movie game, which are like not the shiny red hearts from this game. They're a bit more dull looking, but I think they may just go with the 4 for whoever you're playing as to make it fair, and then obviously the bosses who you fight will probably have like different amounts. The child be a Baby Yoda? People find it cringy when you say Baby Yoda. I'm more inclined now to say the child, because I feel like if I say Baby Yoda, then I'm just copying all the casual people who don't even watch this stuff and just think he's called Baby Yoda. I just press story. But you know what? I think we're going to go with story, because with extras on this could be cool. Anyway, I don't know if they probably will. They probably will make Baby Yoda one of the playable characters, even though it's going to be ridiculous. They're going to do it, aren't they? I really don't want to listen to What Tambor today. Alright. Let's do this mace, Master and Mace. If you buy the deluxe edition, do you get extra missions? Not that we know of. The only deluxe edition perks, I suppose you could call them, are the 6 character packs and the Han Solo Carbonite case, which is at certain retailers only. And then obviously this removable Vader mask case is annoyingly, so annoyingly, North America only. If you're in North America, well done to you. You must be very proud. But me being in the UK, I'm not that proud of myself, to be honest. I kind of wish I lived in North America. Well, I'm going to salvage that case somehow. I'm going to get it here. I don't quite know how I'm planning to do this, but I'm going to do it somehow. The child's probably going to be walking around. I don't think they'll do as Prem. People just will want to like run around as him. Do I think there'll be bonus levels? Yeah, we already know there's going to be bonus levels in terms of the actual Saga episodes. We don't know how many, but we know they're going to be in there. That is confirmed. Do you think we'll get Yoda's floating chair from the OG LEGO Star Wars? And do you think when we go to the Jedi Temple we can see some Jedi in the Council Room? I hope we get Yoda's floating chair, which was from the original game. I was very surprised with that, because if you actually look in the grand scheme of things, Yoda's floating chair is one of the very few assets from the original LEGO game that didn't make it into the complete saga. It follows things like Dexter's Diner. Very few things didn't make it. But I think they may do that. I don't know. But considering they did it back in the day, I think there's a chance, but I wouldn't confirm it. Use a VPN to get the deluxe case? Yeah, but they'd still have to deliver here, which I don't believe they can do. Unless someone in America can get it. No, I'll be able to get it. I'll be able to get it on like eBay or something. I'm not that bothered, like, if I get... Like, the thing is, if it's... I'd be willing... It probably sounds sad, but for the sake of, like... Just because this is such a big game for me and so many other people, I'd be willing to pay a bit more, but nothing extreme. So, like, if it's going for, like, £200, then no. But if it was up there for, like, maybe 80, 90, maybe I'd do it. It makes me sound very sad, but... I'm the same guy who spent a whole video complaining about the colours of Clone Troopers, so we're good, I think. Do you think there'll be different DLC later on after the first 6? Maybe, because if you look at the Force Awakens game, all the DLC was confirmed as to what was going to be there, but you didn't get some of it until later on. So it depends how quickly they actually want to make it, to be honest, or if they want everything to be available. If we don't get level packs, though, as DLC, I think that could be a good sign. Because maybe that just means that they're keeping level packs to the actual full game only, and not restricting it to DLC, which I think is a great move. As little DLC as possible, I think. Especially if the game isn't online. Because you don't want to be restricting people, especially for a single-player game. Do you think they'll add the Darksaber? In terms of who we're getting in these DLC packs, like, Moff Gideon is going to be in the game, isn't he, pretty much, if we're getting a Mandalorian pack, and we're getting 2. I would be very, very, very surprised if Moff Gideon wasn't in the game. So with people like Maul, we can debate, like, you know, is he going to use it or not? Sabine and Pre Vizsla, we don't have a Clone Wars or a Rebels pack confirmed to say they're going to be in there. But with Moff Gideon, we can pretty much assure ourselves that he will be in the game. I can't 100% confirm it once again, but with 2 Mandalorian character packs, he's probably going to be in there. And we know he wields the Darksaber, so I would be betting on that yes, the Darksaber will be in the game to some degree. I think that would be, once again, a really nice DLC, obviously, for the Mandalorian pack. I'm not the greatest fan of it, which I know is controversial, but I'm still going to get the packs. And I think for someone as well who isn't a fan of The Mandalorian, which seems to be very rare, but if you're not a fan of The Mandalorian, something that may make you buy that pack might be the unique Darksaber that Moff Gideon will use. Once again, though, can't confirm. Gonk is returning, 100% yes. Gonk is confirmed. Do you think there'll be a homestead-based building capability through any hub world? Building capability in terms of, like, just, for example, you're in the middle of Tatooine, you can build a house. Is that what you mean? Do I think there'll be a homestead base? Probably. Anywhere iconic, I think, will be explorable. So, yeah. I do think that. What planets am I most excited to explore? Coruscant #1. Coruscant is just my favourite planet in Star Wars. I love it. What else? Coruscant Mustafar. Hopefully Mustafar is explorable. And, no, I don't want that music. Coruscant Mustafar. I don't think Volusia is going to be explorable. I think it may make a cutscene, but it might not. How you doing, Obi-Wan Bros? You alright? That emoji has confused me completely. In fact, while I answer a few questions, I'm going to put my achievements up. If anyone can tell me, like, the ones I'm missing. Look at this. Missing these 4. What could these 4 be? They're all secret. I don't know what they are. And, I know one of them I've got to deploy. In fact, I should probably go on a base mission, because one of them is I've got to lead, like, several amounts of troopers. Which I should probably get covered. Right, so let's do some more questions, guys. Just a different entrance, what? Making me feel worried like something has happened. Crazy, crazy. Right, let's go with... Need a mission where I can lead troops for this achievement. Geonosis. So which ones did I do? I did... Yeah, we haven't done this one yet. Free play. We need a clone. So, let's go with good old Commander Phil. We all love Commander Phil. He's one of the iconic clones. We'll be able to see. Will we be able to see Tatooine and the pod races and random events? I don't think. Look, being realistic, I don't think you're going to be able to see random pod races when you're just walking around. This isn't the right one, is it? No, this isn't the one I wanted. I don't think you're going to be able to see random pod races, but I do think that you'll be able to see like pod races just kind of sat around, not being used, like in the middle of Mos Eisley, maybe. I think, obviously you'll be able to play the actual pod race, but in terms of seeing like random ones, no, I don't think they would do that. But I could be wrong. It's this one, it's Weapons Factory. Right, where's Commander Phil? Can we get some love for Commander Phil? He's a lovely boy. Right, anyway. I'm excited for the character customizer being able to mix and match over 500 characters. Phantom Blade, I am, as long as you can actually mix them. I say it every week and I'll say it again. This game that I'm playing right now is amazing, but it has terrible character customization in every way. You cannot, for example, I cannot put Ahsoka's head and Ahsoka's face and her leku, or horns, whatever you want to call them, next to each other on the same character. I cannot make my hood black for some reason. I can have it white, but I can't make it black. Which I think is so stupid because the vast majority of characters in Star Wars wear brown or black hoods and don't wear white ones. Who actually does wear a white hood in Star Wars? In your best opinion, what will the game? When will the game officially come out? Because of the trailer we got. My opinion I'd say straight away, to those of you who think the game is going to come out on May 4th exactly, you're wrong. It will not come out exactly on May the 4th. That's too cliche. And look, I'll check now just to make sure, but May the 4th could be on like a Sunday or something for all that we know. I'm just going to look. So May 4th is on a Tuesday, which actually I believe, because games don't usually come out until Thursdays or Fridays, but I believe LEGO games, The Force Awakens in particular, did come out on a Tuesday. So maybe that works well, but I don't think it will come out on exactly May 4th just because it's Star Wars Day. I think you'd be looking more at June, specifically. Maybe they can get it out before then, but I think June is really when they're going to go for. Now, you could argue June is summertime. I think, like, is it officially? Because they're going off British summertime, aren't they? And so June is like late spring, early summer. It might just be fully summer. I'd need to check the specifics. But I would say June, anywhere between June 5th and June 20th. Anywhere between June 5th and June 25th is my best bet. Now, I could be wrong, but that's I'm pretty good with my predictions, so that is gonna that way I've made my prediction now. I can look back at that in a few months' time and see if I'm right again or if I'm terribly wrong. What's everyone's prediction for a date? That is what I'm gonna go for. Do you think they'll add Oppo Rancisis to the game? Yes, somehow. Yes, I do. I think, considering Yaddle, once again, they'll do Oppo. What I do worry about, though, is like I discussed today in my video, people thought I was being picky and everything, but with the whole like clone troopers being a bit inaccurate, if they're going to try and add the whole Jedi Council, then there's some easy mistakes they could make. For example, they could get Eve Koth and Aegon Kolar mixed up. They could get Stas Ali and Adi Gallia mixed up. And I think that's likely, considering it took me a while to get my head around the Jedi Council and who sat there and where they're all changing to every episode. So I think the devs, considering I don't think any of them are as into Star Wars as the fans are at least, I think easy mistakes could be made. So maybe we'll get more unique council members like Oppo Rancis or Oppo Rancisis. You're not going to get him mixed up with another Jedi on the council because he's so unique. But I think they will miss Jedi. I think we'll get Adi Gallia in the game, but I don't think we'll get Stas Ali, or that could be vice versa. Because they're probably too similar for developers to kind of differentiate. I do think mumbling will be a toggle feature, especially after all this extra time. It would look terrible, considering they tweeted out that they're looking into mumbling. It would look terrible if they just went back on that completely. Right, we need as many barracks as possible so I can get this achievement for taking control of clone legions. I'm going to do it like 50 times, so just as many legions as we can put out there we need. We need all of them, all the legions. Bartek, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's take this legion. Do I think they'll finally confirm how Shakti will die? I think they will once again show Shakti dying in the game, but unfortunately, even if they do that, it doesn't confirm it because it's not a canon game. But I do think they'll show it. I think it's just their tradition, isn't it? They like to annoy us with what the hell? How the hell did Shakti die? Did she die on Felucia in the temple? To General Grievous? Well, she can't have died to General Grievous because she's a hologram later on in the movie, but she died somehow, and we will figure it out. Look at the clones, and then you just got Rabonio. What a fearsome army this is. Oh, the base is over there. Right, the other one is like over here then, somewhere? Yes, there it is. Will I play in CR? Do you mean VR? I don't think you can play LEGO Star Wars in VR, but I could be wrong, obviously. Shoot at that, guys. Everybody fire. Look at the boys, look at them go. Okay. Next question. You're getting it on the PS5, Clayton. I haven't actually ordered a PS5 or an Xbox Series X yet. I probably should, but haven't done that yet. I will play in chronological order. Look, I'm going to stream the whole game anyway. I'm not going to waste my time with like some playthrough videos. Nobody watches those. Oh, you might watch one person, and then you don't watch the next person, do you? Right, we're just going to stream the whole thing. But I'm going to play it in episodic order. Which, as a prequel fan, like, it's going to be fun doing the prequels first, but at the same time annoying that I'm finishing them before anything. But I'm going to do it in order, because I think that's the right way to do it. We can't shoot silvers, can we? We need our speeder. He's called Robo Nino. Robo Nino. That's what he's called. I hate that. I'm calling him Robonio. I don't care. Robonio sounds better. Am I going to stream the game in one day? I don't know if I'd be able to complete it all in one day. We don't know how long it's going to be, but I am going to be streaming it. Provided I don't get another stream ban, which I got 2 years ago. Long story. But I say long story. I'm the one who showed copyrighted footage, but well, let's not get ourselves another stream ban. And then we can stream the game for everyone. Do you think we'll get any of the guys, any of these guys? Pablo Gil. I cannot say I know who Pablo Gil is, so please just let me know. Coleman Trebor. Yeah, I think we'll get Coleman. He's got to be there in the Geonosis arena. I want to see the scene where he tries to single-handedly end the war before it's even started. Coleman Trebor, the real hero. And Tarados Gon. I don't know who Tarados Gon is. I have to admit, I have no idea who that is, but I'm sure he's a great guy. Or girl. I don't really know. My favourite LEGO game is this one, James. I love the prequel trilogy more than the other two as well, Clayton. It's my favourite one. You can absolutely add me if you want to, Demon. I need to change my profile picture to the new one. It's still the old one on here. I need to update the watermark at the bottom of the... somebody remind me at the end of this stream, I need to update my watermark at the bottom right. I keep forgetting to. On the screen, it's still the old logo. Get one last look at the old logo, everyone. They recently said there will be 24 explorable planets, but we've seen 25 through trailers and the press. Do you think they just forgot, or do you think that one will only be a level? I did see some controversy about this. The reason I've not covered it is because I wasn't really planning on doing a planet video. I wanted to, but I just didn't have the time to get it into my schedule. But in terms of what I think it means, have we had any confirmation on it? Because I don't believe we have. I look at the devs' Twitter pages constantly. I follow the Reddit closely, and I've not seen anything on it. But I do believe that it's possible they could have just updated it to more. But at the same time, I'd see more logic. Like, for example, I wouldn't be surprised if Mustafar wasn't explorable. I want it to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not, because the vast majority of it is just lava. Unless we're going in like the original era, and then even the sequel era, there's no lava there at all, really. But when we think of Mustafar, I think we do all think of the prequels. We don't really think of that one scene from the sequels of Mustafar. You like the new outro? Yeah, it's a good one. I loved my old one as well, but it didn't really fit the channel in terms of LEGO, but Joma's done a good job on the new one. Do I play with fans? When I'm on Battlefront, sometimes I try to play, but I'm not really playing it much these days. What is my favourite Star Wars game as well? This and the complete saga. Maybe some of you who are here from the vast majority who are here from Battlefront probably think like Battlefront's my favourite game, but my favourite Star Wars games and favourite games of all time are the LEGO games because of what they mean to me. They were like huge parts of my childhood. These were the games I played. I didn't really play The Force Unleashed or whatever, the Old Republic. I played the LEGO games. Okay. Do I have a Discord? I have a Discord for members, that's it though. I don't really have a big one. Is there going to be a Clone Wars DLC, and are we going to get the Clone Trooper that went down with the ship from Season 7? Oh, Jesse. I don't know. This is the one that does worry me, okay? Because obviously I do think Ahsoka's going to be in there at launch, or even if she's not, she's going to be in a DLC pack. But I worry for characters like Jesse, especially because he's like, especially in his ARC Trooper outfit, that's Season 7 only. I don't know about Jesse, to be honest. I love Jesse. He's like my third favourite clone trooper. Rex and Fives are ahead of him. I think Rex could even be in there at launch, but Jesse, Fives, the Martez sisters, everybody loves the Martez sisters, right? We all want to see them in the game, I'm sure. I don't know how. They're going to need to confirm a Clone Wars pack, because I would say right now I don't think Jesse's going to be in there. You can't screw Jesse, it wasn't his fault. Who is just going to use cheats? When it comes to cheats, I'm wondering how quickly it takes for codes to surface. Because once you get all the cheat codes, like, I admit, if cheat codes are available on day one, I'd probably use them just to get an advantage and complete the game quicker. So they better keep them quiet, because at the same time I don't want to do that, but I'd have no choice. I wouldn't be able to contain myself. What do you think of the DLC so far, and what would you change about it? I'd instantly change the Mandalorian. Like, obviously, if they're going for the 8 characters a pack thing, they clearly think there's not enough room in one Mandalorian pack. But look, I would say Mandalorian pack 1, go with the Mandalorian himself, Greef Karga, which is the Carl Weathers character, right? Then Kara, those 3, then Baby Yoda, because he's going to be playable, let's be honest, he is. Moff Gideon, that's 5. Who else is in that show? The Armourer, get her in there. But either way, all I'm saying is you've got enough room with one pack. I don't need like Mandalorian Ahsoka, Mandalorian Rex if these rumours are actually true. I think ditch one of the Mandalorian packs, please, and just add in a Clone Wars pack. And also, the classic characters, I really want them, but they shouldn't be a DLC. They should be like mini-kits or something. We should be getting a Rebels pack. Like, how are you going to miss packs from the big 2 TV shows, animated TV shows? I know a lot of people don't like Rebels, but it's still well beloved. You have to admit it is. How are you going to add the Mandalorian twice, but not the Clone Wars especially? Okay, let's take one of these bases down. Do you think the Clone Wars actors will return? Yes, but I think they'll return to do their roles. The only thing that worries me, obviously, is Anakin, because Matt Lanter and Hayden Christensen, their voices are so different. So, you obviously got a question there, what's the best way to go about it? Yeah, it's fine if you don't like Rebels, Jack. I mean, I don't like The Mandalorian. But I understand why there's going to be a pack in there. And if there wasn't a Mandalorian character pack, I'd be saying how wrong it is, because they need it in there for the people who like it. But you can't just miss out the Clone Wars, in my opinion. Especially after this year, when it came back. Are you a Star Wars fan or a Lego fan? Star Wars. I wouldn't really care too much about Lego. Like, when I used to buy Lego a lot as a kid, I didn't really buy anything with Star Wars. I had the Minecraft ones. Does anyone remember, not the Lego Minecraft stuff they do today, does anyone remember like the really small sets they did, like the first ones they did for Minecraft? I had those. I had all 4 of them actually. But that was it. I didn't really have any other Lego that wasn't Star Wars. But that wouldn't mean that if Lego didn't have the Star Wars license, I wouldn't like it. I just wouldn't care as much. But I think Lego's a fantastic creation, obviously. You can't deny it is. Oh, what a creation. Hello, Stewie. Who do you think will do the voice acting for the main characters like Obi-Wan? I think Obi-Wan is definitely going to be James Arnold Taylor. If they just... So, for example, if they don't do any lines straight from the movies, because they did lines straight from the movies in Force Awakens, then they could just change Anakin to Matt Lanter, because I doubt they're going to get Hayden to do it. But the thing is, if they can't do that, then it's going to be weird seeing like Hayden, or hearing Hayden Christensen 1 minute, and then Matt Lanter the next minute. How are they possibly going to get that to work? They sound so different. These are my favourite missions in this game too, Barry. They're very fun. Let's take control of a new group of clones. Trying to go for the secret achievement right now. Yeah, they were Lego ideas back then. Rough Dog, I remember that. That's the Lego Minecraft sets I had. Those ones. They were fun, I preferred them. I never bought any of the new Lego Minecraft sets. And that wasn't because I was too old or anything, I just didn't like them. Okay. Is that everything? No, we still got one more. Solo Millennium Falcon to appear? Oh, they better not do an EA and do like 3 different Falcons. Just one Falcon, please. And just have different voice lines for it. I want to see Carbonite bricks too. Now, I don't think they're crucial. If you remember them from the Force Awakens game. I think they were just another add-on, to be honest. Like on top of mini-kits, True Jedi, gold bricks, red bricks, everything. But I think they are going to be in this game, and the reason I say that is because the Han Solo, the Steelbook is a Han Solo and Carbonite block. So it'd be a bit weird if they weren't. And at E3 last year, when this game was first advertised, they had like a huge like Lego Han and Carbonite built there at the event, so they're definitely promoting it. I don't mind it, it's just like another thing though. Like you have, let's count this, True Jedi, mini kits, red bricks, gold bricks, Han and Carbonite now, and then you did have the blue mini kits, which I kind of liked, to be fair. I didn't until I played the missions, but I don't think blue mini kits are coming back. But that would be 6 if you include blue mini kits. That's a lot, and even without blue mini kits, that's 5. That's still a lot. All right, we don't need to do this part, thankfully. Just need to command as many clone legions as possible. One shot, welcome. In the trailer you can see the UCS Falcon and the smaller Falcon. I hope they keep to the same dimensions. It's like in this game, not this game, in the Complete Saga. I understand it was a long time ago, but they use like the mini versions of the Star Destroyers in cutscenes, and it's just not really intimidating, is it? Right. Really need to know what achievements I'm missing. Well, there's no way to tell. Okay, next mission is gonna be Naboo, maybe? Right, we're on the wrong part anyway. Could do. I might convert the whole system to Republic, you know? Should we just go for a Republic system everywhere? Well, let's do this. Let's get everywhere back to the Republic. You like all Star Wars games except for the Clone Wars and the Force Awakens. Why didn't you like this game, Punchy? I think this is a great game. Harvey's Piano Tutorials, welcome. What do you think will be the next Lego game? After this, I don't know. I'm not too fully caught up on all Lego games. I just know about Lego Star Wars, really. What do you like more, the OG mumbling or the modern voice acting? OG mumbling for me. I'm not gonna complain too much about the voice lines because they're so for that now, aren't they? I don't know why, but they are. They love it. So I know it's not going to change, but I prefer the mumbling. But essentially, as younger fans come in and they just grow up the voice lines, that's what they're going to be used to. And one day, you know, mumbling will be a thing of the past. And I think it's good to just, if they have an option for it, like, I think that'll be so good, personally. That'll be fair on everyone. I just wonder how long that's going to take in terms of development time, because think about it. All the cutscenes will like have the mouth movements to match voices when people are talking. To do a grunts only version, they'd have to change up like all the cutscenes and everything, so it could really be very time consuming for them as well. Yeah, mumbling was made using voice lines. I think what people mean though is that they don't want the blatant talking. I don't like the comedy like now. Like, I think the Emperor with his lightning Lego pieces and Porgs as Luke is just a bit too on the head, but it happens, and I have to remember, you know, these games are designed for children, so I'm fine with it all personally. I think the most important thing I would say to anyone who is an OG fan like myself, isn't a child anymore and is going to play this game, is just don't prepare yourself to live out your childhood, because that's not what it's going to be if you go into the game like that, because I can tell it's going to happen with me. Every minute of the experience is just going to be you sat there saying, well, this isn't how I remember it, this is different, I don't like this, and that is what it's going to be, whether you like it or not. You're always going to have the complete saga there, or the Clone Wars game, but it will be different. I probably did laugh at them, but the more I've seen it now, the more I don't really like it. But I don't care at the same time about the Porgs. I don't like it, but I don't care. So it's a 1 second thing. I just preferred the humour in the older games, but I have to accept that those older games are over, and we can still play them, but they are not coming back. That is not the Lego of today. How can they fix Cody? Make him look like Cody, first of all, but include his visor, please. His correct visor. Correct markings with all the clones. You've got to have the correct markings. Like, I see that I still don't really collect Lego these days, but I've been looking around more, like what I've missed all these years, and I see these people who make like custom clones, and I get it, they're working for themselves, they're not licensed, but the amount of detail that goes into that stuff, and then look at Cody in this game. Like, what the hell is this that I'm looking at right now? Rex looks good. This looks like Rex, but Cody is just... It's like the shoulder plate as well. They just presumed that Rex and Cody have the same one. Hello, Summy. Thank you for joining. I'm your favourite YouTuber. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Next question. I'm not buying Squadrons, no. I just don't really care about it. So don't expect that content here, but I hope you all enjoy it if you are buying it. What characters do you think it will be in the Classic Pack? Classic Pack will be Luke, Han, Leia. See, I don't know if they're going to do like Classic Obi. When I think of Classic, even though the complete saga was all 6 episodes at the time, I think more of the originals. So, Han, Luke, Leia. I don't know if they'll go with Chewie and Lando. Because remember, I think it's only going to be 8 characters. If it's more than 8, then I do. But if we're sticking with the 8, it probably will be. Then Han, Leia, Luke. Sorry, not Chewie. Han, Leia, Luke. Vader. Maul. What they do? Yeah, Maul. Which is 5. Anakin, maybe. Which is 6. Boba, definitely. And Yoda, I'd say. I don't think we're going to get the vast majority. If they do more than 8, but that's my best prediction. The only ones I can pretty much 100%, not 100 obviously, but 99.9% say out of that would be Han, Luke, Leia, and Vader. I don't think there'll be a free maker pack this time round. Somehow. Lego The Simpsons would be fun. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special is going to be interesting, but I would suspect there's going to be a lot of assets in that they're going to use in the game, such as character designs and stuff like that. I think they'll cross over a bit. That happens a lot with like Lego sets and Lego TV shows. Continue. Right, we can still go on for a bit longer. We're nearly an hour into the stream. So we'll say like an hour 20, an hour and a half. We'll probably go on for these Q&As. I don't want to drag them out and start repeating questions or anything like that. So we can see how long we can go on for. See you later, Epica. Thank you for watching. You started Rebels, but you can't bear it. I'd give it a shot. Like, it is very... Don't expect to just see another Clone Wars. And don't get hyped for, like, Ahsoka or Maul or Rex. I mean, Rex does the most out of all those returning characters, but... It's about the new characters. I'd give it a shot. I loved Rebels, but I prefer Clone Wars. But that's not saying that Rebels is bad. I just prefer the other show. I'd say the final 2 seasons. I agree with you, Tyler. I wouldn't even say Rebel. I think the Rebel seasons, really. Season 2 had a good ending, but I would rank the seasons as Season 1, I think, is my favourite, just because I know it's unpopular, but I just kind of liked... I kind of just liked it from day one. And then I'd say Season 3, 4, and then 2 is last. It's probably surprising, considering Ahsoka's predominantly... I wouldn't even say predominantly, but she's more in 2 than any of the others, and she's my favourite, but the show just isn't that great. Anyway, next question. Are TT Games going to make the game around this game? They said they're building it from scratch, so I would take that as they've said it. They're building it from the ground up. It's like no assets. Just because they're including levels from the old game, like Maul versus Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, doesn't mean they've used assets from that game. That game is just too old to even use assets from. They're building everything from the ground up, not just because I'm sure they want to, but they have to as well. Like, the technology is so advanced. They could probably use bits and pieces from this game, because this is pretty advanced, especially for the times, but look at the complete saga. They cannot use anything. They can use ideas from it, but they can't use any physical assets from that game. It is far too old. Do it, Plo Koon, come on. Nice. Wipe that out. A Legends DLC. Look, if the leaks are true, the leaked image I showed them, there's 2 more character packs on the way. Which I don't think there is somehow, but say there was, I think they'd be Clone Wars and Rebels. I don't think they'd be Legends. And make sure you watch these videos, well guys, if you haven't already. Don't take it too seriously. I probably should have said that at the start of the video. Don't take it seriously that I'm saying like the game is over, it's failed. I know people tend to jump to that conclusion with me, but it's just a joke, really. I just tried to make it sound serious for the effect. But be sure to watch. Will they add more pre-order bonuses, and what is everything that is included in the deluxe edition? No, I don't think they'll add any more, as they've stated now what you get, and people have bought it, so they wouldn't add anything more. What you get is 6 character packs, which is Mandalorian 1 and 2 character packs, Rogue One solo, classic characters, and Bad Batch. With selected retailers, you get a Han Solo in Carbonite Steelbook case. That's Best Buy in US and Game in UK, and there may be some more as well. And then if you're in North America, you get the removable sleeve with Darth Vader so you can remove his helmet case. And that's only North America, which is so annoying, but it is what it is. So that's everything with the deluxe edition. Of course you take everything seriously. What is the possibility of the game having online multiplayer? I'd say low. Like I said in my video, I think there's going to be online 2-player, so not just 2-player with different controllers. I think there'll be online 2-player as well, but I wouldn't say any more than that. I think just 2-player. Will you reveal the gameplay photo of the Imperial Spy? Will I reveal it? Is there one out there? Because I don't have one. I don't actually work for TT Games or anything, by the way. I'm just a YouTuber. I mean, you never know. If they're doing like early access footage and stuff, I'd be happy to work with them. Far more so than I ever with EA. But I don't know if they're doing that, especially with like the pandemic and stuff. I don't think they can like get people out to test games. Plus, I don't think that's something TT Games do. But you never know. Each level is confirmed to be 15 minutes, Apprentice Jedi, so they've 100% confirmed that, which I think works out roundabout right. And remember, when you're like looking for all your mini kits and gold bricks you get after the mission, but when you're looking for like the mini kits or the red brick or the carbonite blocks, that 15 minutes can soon increase. Yeah, I totally work for TT Games. Like and subscribe, guys, if you're new as well. I would appreciate it very much. Let's try and get 100 likes. Will it be on iPad/iOS? That is not confirmed as of yet. Maybe at a later date. I definitely wouldn't expect it at the same time as it goes live everywhere else. But it could happen at a later date. But right now, there's been no word on that. Are they going to make an animation DLC? What do you mean by an animation DLC? Do I think there'll be level packs? They could be, but they've confirmed nothing as of yet. Which is weird, because they confirmed them for the Force Awakens game by now. What in the world are carbonite blocks? Was this introduced in a newer game? They were in the Force Awakens game, and you unlocked a character with them. So in this game, the Clone Wars game, it was mini kits that got you a character. In that game, in the Force Awakens, it was carbonite blocks. I promise you, we will be playing the Force Awakens next week. We may even play it before then in like a non-related Q&A video, and then we can explore all these new additions, because that is the latest LEGO Star Wars game, and it's probably the closest you're going to get to a modern day experience. And before we get the Force Awakens, obviously. Oh, sorry, the complete saga, obviously. Survive it, Plo. Nice work. When will it arrive on PC platform? It will arrive there the same day it comes out everywhere else. It's just there's no physical copies for PC anymore, which I obviously believe is stupid, but what is the thinking behind that as well? Maybe it's licensing, but I actually have no idea why they do that. Because you could say, oh, nobody buys physical copies of games anymore, but I believe they do, and also you have to look into the point that they still do the physical pre-order bonuses, like the loot. So I forgot to mention as well, if you buy the physical edition of the deluxe edition, you get Luke Skywalker with blue milk. So why would they do physical pre-order bonuses or just deluxe edition bonuses if they thought nobody was buying like physical copies of games? I have no idea, but that's the way it is for some weird reason. If a level is going to be 15 minutes long, then how many people can fit in the level that you're playing it? How many people can fit in the level? What do you mean in terms of how many characters in your party? I would just say the usual amount. 15 minutes is about how long all the levels are in this game. I know that because when I did the blue mini kits in the complete saga and you have to rush through, none of the levels take, like, really, that, like, those ones are about 10 minutes long, so 15 minutes is more than the usual. And also, that's not even including time you're going to have to walk around and find bonus stuff, so I really wouldn't worry about it at all, everyone. Okay. Let's go over to the Dreadnought. No problem, Lightning. Finn, hi FGG, stop fake. Stop fake what? What's fake? Is there fake news here? I don't allow fake news on this channel. Raphael, welcome. Where are we? What question? How much content do I expect to be in each trilogy? We know there's going to be 5 episodic missions for each level, so that's going to be 15 levels per trilogy. We also know there's going to be bonus missions. They've not been specific as to how many, but I would guess maybe 2. Let's say 2 at the least, so at least 2, which would be another 6. Add that onto the 15 is 21. Then there's also going to be at least 2 free roam worlds as well, so that's like 23, plus a bunch of characters, vehicles. There's a lot going on. I haven't used the stealth ship yet, actually. This is the final thing you unlock. Let's see what all the hype is about this. Go invisible. How do I go invisible? Is it going invisible? I can't tell. This is so cool though, look at that. The ultimate thing of the game. Do I think there'll be Order 66 levels? I think there'll be one centered around it. It might just be a repeat of the Obi-Wan Yoda level, obviously with increased, well, let's just say, authenticity, considering that game, that level in the old game was like in the mountains somewhere. It wasn't even Coruscant. What vehicles have we got here? Service car, crab droid. That's a crab droid? Orange car, black car, plunk droid. Let's go on the motorbike. Hello Jarvin, welcome. Come on, Soka, get the skills out. They better have stuff like this in the new game. To be fair, these are gimmicks like this are where LEGO games started going modern as well, but I don't mind gimmicks like this, like motorbikes and stuff. Like, can we run over Count Dooku? No, we can't run over Count Dooku. Do some skids or something, Ahsoka. Look at that. How low can we go? That's such an annoying noise. Anyway, let's keep going. Fraser, welcome to the stream. How many AI can you fit in the level? AI, I'm not too sure in terms of AI. I think the Clone Wars is going to have more AI, I would suspect, in most of the levels. Like, the Clone Wars battles are going to have more people than, like, the Endor battle. So, for example, Battle of Geonosis is going to be more crowded, but maybe they can add more in as well. It's like maybe the Battle of Hoth, obviously in the movie, it was done back in the 1980s, wasn't it? No, 1979 was Empire. So maybe they could add more AI into this game now and show what could never be shown in the movies. Dun, 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 dun. Can you actually play table tennis? That's so annoying that you can't even play it. Character customizer is most likely going to be in the game. There was a leak that it was going to be DLC, but it's not mentioned in the DLC packs, and with the delay, maybe they're finding a way to get it in, because the rumour was, and this came from the same person who said the game was going to be delayed, but the rumour was that the character customizer wasn't operating properly and it was going to have to be added as DLC, but now with... Although they are the same person who said the game was going to be delayed, so It depends, but yeah. Let's hope I don't get a copyright strike for that. I don't know what mission I want to do, to be honest. I feel like I've done them all. I'm just waiting on The Force Awakens now for next week. Like I said, I may try and start it even before then. Plokin's noises are just not accurate at all. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. I love the elevator music. We gotta get the elevator music back. Do you think we could go to Planet Fall Guys in Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga? Probably not. Planet Fall Guys now. I don't think so. One of the achievements I needed to get was destroy 50 enemies with a super battle droid. I'm going to try and do that now. So we can just wipe out everyone here. Well, let's do it. Let's just make sure he kills everyone, and then we can get an actual secret achievement. Oh no, he's dead. The super battle droid is dead. Spawn back in, sir. Where is he? We can go with the gold one. Oh, we can't lift that one, can we? Can we destroy the gold one? No? I hope we get no Fallen Order type puzzles. Next question. Do people still care about the physical releases? Sure, the pre-order bonuses are nice, like the Blue Melt minifigure, but why not just download it digitally and play it right when it releases? I suppose there is that. You've got a point with it. It's just a case, really, of I think nostalgia for a lot of people, but I admit I do worry about the day when nobody buys physical game copies. I'm completely for like the world advancing and everything. I just think it's nice sometimes to own a game. Like, I'm going to have to buy the game twice because I want to play at midnight, but I also want the Luke Skywalker, and I also want the Darth Vader case from North America, so I'm going to have to buy like multiple versions of this game, which is fun, but what can you do, I suppose? Right, pick up this guy. Wipe them out, Super Battle Droid. Hit that guy, hit that guy. How's it going, Noah? Good to see you. Let's get the super tank out. Look at this thing. Do you think locations that were mentioned in the movies but were never seen in the movies will be in the game? Like Anchorhead? I don't know, because I think Toshi Station could be in the game. Anchorhead I don't know, but I think Toshi Station wasn't a deleted scene, to be fair. But I think Toshi Station could be in there. Toshi Station, definitely. Like the Coruscant Districts is in the game. That was never mentioned in the movies, nor seen. And that's going to be in the game. I didn't buy digital games up until like a few years ago. And then I just started building them because I was like, why not? It's just easier to play them, isn't it? I suppose the only bad thing is that you can't sell games once you're done with them and make money, but at the same time, you don't really get much for them, so does it matter? Run over something in the stack? Maybe some other time. We're just gonna run around for the last part, and then next week, Force Awakens time. So we've done everything now. Plo and Ahsoka invading the Dreadnought. You love to see it. Let's try and get 100 likes, guys. We're 6 away. We're going to go for about 10 more minutes of this Q&A. obviously when we get into, because the hype has kind of calmed down a bit now, so the more stuff we get for the game and news, we can make the Q&As longer, but right now it's kind of difficult to do that. Just with the limited info we have. We know a bit more now, but I think we've all watched the trailer a billion times. We all know what's going on. Like, I wish I could have got my video I did today out a lot sooner, but I was just far too busy to actually fit it in anywhere, which is unfortunate. Can we shoot that down? Digital gaming has been around since 2012, however, not many people did it at first, and also people still just like their physical copies, don't they? But it gets more and more modernized every day, I would say. Which is fine, once again, there's no problem with it. A second playthrough of Fallen Order? Not anytime soon, no. I did want to try and 100% the game, but I'm just stuck on this bit on Dathomir. It's really annoying, to be honest. I might end here now, guys, because I think I've done most of the questions, unless I want to start repeating myself, and there's not really much more I want to go over. So yeah, we are going to leave it there. I'll once again, like I said in my video, in terms of news updates, I'm going to try doing them weekly, but there might be some weeks where, like, that's how it was getting until we got the trailer, where I just couldn't cover anything. And that is going to, like I said at the start, we're probably not going to get any sufficient news now until, like, February next year. We're going to get leaks and bits and pieces here and there, but now all that hype for a trailer is over, and, like, when's it going to come? There's not much to go over. In terms of these streams as well, I want to keep them going weekly, but they're probably not going to be as long. I want to try and always get them to be an hour. Ideally, I want to do these for 2 hours, but there's just not enough to go over that we don't already know. But I will try. So once again, I'll try with a news update every week, and one of these every week. Also, Battlefront streams are going to be every Wednesday/Thursday. It depends on the day. But so there will be 2 streams a week. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you to Cluvia, Cool Kid, David, Inky, Jalvin, Matthew, Noah, Noel, Stewie, and Tyler for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time. Make sure you watch today's video as well if you haven't done that already.